Dawn Eden here with you for Videowave, and tonight my guests are Shelley and Steve Diggle of the Buzzcocks, who have just completed their fall tour of the U.S. and now they're finishing recording a new album. Tell me first, you just finished doing a 6-week tour. It's like the longest tour that you guys have ever done of the States, right?
It was even longer, 7 weeks.
7 weeks, God. Have you ever been on a tour this long anywhere, ever?
No. It's the longest tour I've ever done, isn't it?
Did you learn new things about yourselves and your relationship to each other as band members from spending so many hours on the bus and that sort of thing?
We know how to live with each other on the bus now.
Yeah. It was quite simple on the bus.
How did you pass the time on the bus?
Just watch porn videos.
Yeah, I heard about that. Now tell me the story about how the driver felt bad that he didn't... I heard about the driver felt bad that he was late or something, so he made up to it by going to, Times Square and buying you guys porn videos?
Well, he started off the collection.
And who, did anybody other than the driver buy videos for you guys to see in the bus?
We ended up stopping at one place and we got some on the float.
On the float. Float, what's on the float? Like on the floor?
As a tour expense.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So it's like, whereas Van Halen has a rider written into their contract that they can only have red M&Ms backstage and the cold cuts must be round and the bread must be square and stuff, your rider says that you have to have money set aside for pornographic videos and things like that.
Yes, it does, yeah.
So,
better than M&M's,
so now it's interesting because, as far as I know, you started off this tour without a record deal, other than the new iOS Best of Operator's Manual, and now you finish this tour and you go straight into the studio with Bill Laswell producing. Tell me, how did this come about?
I don't know, a lot of misunderstandings. It's easy to swear. I mean, as yet, we still haven't got a record deal. So it's just been, it's all being funded.
But it's something to where Father Christmas is bringing it, isn't it?
Yeah. There's no stopping.
Yeah.
Now, Bill Laswell, was that your choice as far as someone you had been wanting to work with?
I suppose not really. He more or less chose us.
Oh, so it came to you.
Because Steve Garvey sent a tape to him. And so his manager got in touch with our manager. They talked and the whole project is sprung from that. From him wanting to do it and us needing somebody to do it desperately for us as well.
The sound that you guys have come up with from these sessions, which I guess you're just finishing up, will people see it as being part of the natural progression from the Buzzcocks' last records?
Yes, in some ways. In other ways they'll say no. I mean, it's going to be different because you can't do the same thing twice, the same.
Steve?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, a current record. Buzzcocks working in the future, which we always used to work in before we split up. So, it's a positive record in the right direction, I'd say, definitely.
Well, now we're going to see the Buzzcocks' latest video from their self-produced EP, Alive Tonight. This is the title cut, called Alive Tonight.
Two.
Dawn Eden back here with you on Videowave, and I must say that this is the culmination of my teenage fantasy, being in bed with the Buzzcocks, albeit platonically, but still I'm going to change the order now. Steve Diggle and Shelley, and each of whom could be said plays lead and or rhythm guitar at various times, and we've just seen Alive Tonight, the video from their self-produced EP, which is nearly impossible to get, although you could try Bleecker Bob's and Pure Platters in Hoboken. So tell me, who directed that?
I forget. It was just you came along.
That's the director, yeah.
Now, I haven't seen this video yet because as we do this interview, we're still in the process of getting it transferred onto American tape. So can you tell me something about like what your ideas were as far as, portraying the song on video and if that came through?
Well, we just played it as a band, playing it how we do live, but it was on the top of a roof in London.
Oh, really? Gee, that might not be any kind of a Beatles reference. You guys aren't into that, are you?
It was night time,
It was
different.
It was night time, and
Nobody's
it was a bit dangerous because I nearly fell off the roof. And one of
Oh, God.
the shots, it was nearly a cutaway shot.
Cutaway, literally. Oh, God. So tell me, I understand that each tour has a sort of secret name, just like some of your albums have secret names. You have sort of secret code words, the thorn beneath the rose, and little things like that. What's the secret name of this tour that you've just undergone? Is there any, kind of name that you've applied to it? No, really, you know what I mean, right? You know I'm not making this up.
Untitled 1991, this one.
Untitled 91. Oh, God. So, Pete, rumor has it that you are married and that you have a child.
Yes.
Child, I feel funny asking boy or girl, it's gotta be one or the other, but, What's his name?
Alex.
I remember, because he told me this before, and he's a personal friend of mine. No, he's not. Well, I mean, I wish, but anyway. But I remember, yeah. So, you told me that Clockwork Orange, that was an inspiration for the name?
It was one of the inspirations. I think the main thing was that, just before I had to decide whether or not, but what name to give it, was when they had the coup in Russia. There seems to be lots of people called Alex this and Alex that appearing on TV being spokesman.
So I guess if your kid had been born when the satellite was breaking up over Australia, you would have named him Skylab or something?
Maybe. Depends how much sleep I have.
Steve, any wedding bells in your future?
Not at the moment, no. It's like the great bell in China. It's not ringing properly yet.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Like the great what in China? The great...
There's a big bell at some work.
Oh, God. There's a burning question I've been dying to ask you, Steve. This is an inside joke, everybody, so you guys aren't going to get this unless we explain it. Who are your favorite sculptors? I knew he would laugh.
I wish I knew the answer to that one.
You got to. Do you have a story about favorite sculptor? Oh, I'm sorry, you say.
I'd say Rodin. And,
These aren't just the first sculptors who come to mind now?
Huh? No, I've been rehearsing this for weeks. Henry Moore, but also I'd really say Dave Heathcock is a little guy in London.
And Pete?
I forget his name. I think he's Russian. He does all these kinetic sculptures. It's on exhibition in Paris.
Kinetic, those are like moving sculptures in motion?
Yeah, but they're like huge ones, made out of bits and pieces of everything. Like those.
So, Billy, what do you want your American fans to keep in mind while they're waiting for your next tour and for you to get a record deal? I mean, what do you want them to know about the new Buzzcocks as similar to or as opposed to the Buzzcocks Mark 1? I mean, well, I guess what I'm trying to say to be more specific is people don't know whether to categorize you as a new band or as a revival of the old or as something like totally, different. It's hard. I mean, is there anything you'd like people to keep in mind when they see the Buzzcocks name in use? Like, can they still think of the same things they always thought of as Buzzcocks?
Yes.
Ask a long question, get a short answer. Anything else you'd like to say to the Americans out there? Can they look for any new FOC, that's Steve's solo band flag of convenience? Can they look for any more stuff of that ilk?
Yeah, I can look for it, but
But they won't find it. Oh, great. Anyway, I'd like to really thank you both for coming down, or coming up as it may be. And this is Dawn Eden here with you for Videowave.